player numbers than Titanfall 2, at least twice the number. This entire conversation has been obfuscation and misdirection by you. I do appreciate the conversation, but you ignored the biggest issues here. Live service gaming is all about the player counts. Marathon sold way more than Titanfall 2 at launch. It didn't release around major AAA titles, yet where is everyone? Why did it bleed players out so fast? The Destiny stuff didn't happen until a month before Season 2. By then, player counts were already around 10K. I really do appreciate the convo, but I walked into this hoping for an honest, straightforward answer when you've been making posts about having an honest convo about Marathon. And I'm not going to go through this because it's a whole back and forth between them having a conversation about why Marathon isn't failing, but it actually is. Back and forth they go. I found it fascinating because Paul Tassie's the one that provided all the information.
Enemy targets
all
up
the
ahead.
people that are trying
Let's
to stand for Marathon are ignoring the info that Paul Tassie brought them. And Paul Tassie on X, Marathon, you know what you have to do. This is Paul finally talking about Marathon again, by the way. Oh, welcome back, Paul.
Slip me.
Missed you.
Stay in
This is quote
formation.
tweeting Gabri. Not surprised this keeps happening
Now you've
considering
done it, Slippy.
the
Throw
Le
me on your
Seraphim
Cover me while I
collab
fine-tune
apparently
my senses.
saved the game.
Oh, you got him?
Posted this on
Thanks,
competitive
Fox.
Overwatch. I'll post it
Pay
here too.
attention,
I have a
Slippy.
funny anecdote. I have a few friends at Blizzard, most of whom have either left
We're
or
entering
other
Cornelia
companies
City
or are no
now.
longer working on Overwatch. But I've been told on
Andrew,
multiple
sure,
occasions
it's
following
trashed
Season
place.
6, the game was in
Don't touch me.
absolutely terrible state. And after the cancellation of most of the PvP and the story missions wildly underperformed, there were genuine, serious conversations about whether or not Overwatch could continue. The game had a huge burst of players after Overwatch 2 came out, but lost almost all of them after a few months. And it was back to doing 2020 numbers
Enemy on your
despite
tail,
being
Fox.
free to play
Use
now.
the brake.
The biggest thing that kept Activision from pulling the plug and convinced them to keep investing in the game was the absolute insane skin sales from the Le Seraphim collab. It is by far the best-selling skin line in the history of the game, and
I'll line
absolutely
these guys up,
nothing has come
Fox.
even remotely close. The character who drove those sales
Something's
the
wrong
hardest
with my
was
G
Kirito. There is a very real argument to make that Kirito
That's why you
saved
shouldn't rush
Overwatch.
a systems check.
And for those of you that aren't familiar with Le Seraphim, here you go. This
Do a barrel
allegedly
roll.
is what saved Overwatch. A skin. They got a problem
Archways
though.
make for a good
The,
obstacle course.
The
Think you
girl
could
is
thread the
actually,
needle?
I guess you could say, resembles
That
a
was the
girl?
easy part, Fox.
as opposed to whatever the hell Marathon has. That's the big difference here.
one of the
If
6
Marathon's going to be
challenges.
selling skins, the skins better be completely replacing who the characters even look like
I've got
altogether,
eyes on
or
high-value
else they're going to have
targets. Follow me.
real problems. On r/Marathon,
You better be right
what
about this,
happened?
Falco.
I took a break for a
I
week,
say we
and the
trust
state of the
Falco's
game is
instincts.
simply sad. It's not an extraction shooter. It's an eliminate all the other teams shooter. Everyone plays it like Fortnite, and people know where the spawns are and just annihilate people with no other intent or purpose. Games don't last more than a few minutes, and if I wanted that style of play, there are many games
So
doing it
someone
better.
wants
And
to
this is
play.
actually still up on r/Marathon with upvotes,
Incoming enemy
which
on
is
our
shocking
six.
to see.
Decrease
Really,
altitude.
because that never happens. r/Marathon, hard cope, but this is alive.
Slippy, where are my
I
diagnostics?
can tell you that Marathon is
Enemy
cooking
shield
up
analysis
some
coming your way
very
now.
cool stuff for season 3, guys.
Oh,
What is it going to be?
Target lock.
More new
Destroy
music?
them.
Oh,
Want to come on the pod and talk about it, says Scarl? After it comes out, sure. If I do it before, I
Aim
think
for the
that
launch base when they
can
open.
contractually. So he is sworn to secrecy. Apparently working on Marathon.
Shoot
Fine.
them out of the sky.
We have r/Marathon hate. Emergency alert! Sub 4K incoming. This is brutal. Like, it is really dancing
I'll see
around the
you
4,000
tomorrow, you guys.
24-hour peak. It did go up
We're
about
Star
100
Fox.
more people
Tell your
today
boss we're coming for.
for the 24-hour
You're
peak,
no match
but
for
still
Aircross.
brutal. r/Marathon hate. Have we considered the impact we may be having on people? This is someone with the flags, as always. Steam charts don't equal retention, dipshit. You come here from Stupid Town or something?
stupid town.
The flags in the file. Amazing. Breaking. Marathon fails to break 5,000 Giga players on Steam for the first
All
time
right.
over a 24-hour period,
Start the
despite Sony's
mission.
claims that Marathons is retaining players and gaining new users on a consistent and regular basis. But apparently, Steam charts do not equal player retention. I don't know. Once again, you guys tell me. If this does not equal lack of retention, what exactly would qualify as that? And we'll leave it at this. Polys to Mollies, Marathon, day 159.
Cornerian fleet
A
needs our
different
support.
game. Marathon reached 4,076 players on
take
Monday
out as
evening,
many
down from
penalties as we can.
5,224 the week before. For context,
Challenge
March's
accepted.
Monday peak
Still think
hit
you can outrun me, Fox?
71,346 concurrent players. Down, oh
Where
look
did
at
these
this,
enemies
Polys to
deploy
Mollies, listen to
from?
me. Down 94.29%. Let's go. We got the percentage of how many players have been lost.
It's
since
Andross's
the
Armada.
peak.
They got the drop off.
I've been really hoping that would be added in. Destiny 2's concurrent player count reached 34
Oh,
last
what?
night. That's the 65th day in a row. that
come
Destiny 2
on.
Marathon. The petition for Destiny 3 has now reached 302 signatures. It's slowed way down, but
I'm
people are
shooting
still,
circles around
people
you,
are still going
Fox.
to it. Marathon is in rough shape. The game launched in March and lost
I'm
around
not doing
90%
too
of
hot.
its players in just a few months. Concurrent numbers on Steam crashed hard. Retention is terrible unless you listen to Sony. That is great, and new players coming all the time. Bungie bet the studio on this extraction shooter, and it's not working. And I talked about this the other day, talking about
We
the
should
game,
split up.
talking about Bungie and how they have to make this work. They have
Check out
nothing
the
else.
action up above.
They literally have cut half of their studio
So many
and
targets
put
up here.
everyone
You're missing
except
out.
a skeleton crew that's working on Destiny 2 on Marathon. They have nothing else. So if this game fails, there's nothing for them to go work on. Like unless Sony just tells tells Bungie to cut the game and it's done, and then reassign 400 people to making a new game and not have anything bringing in any money. Which at this point, without Sony's been pissing money away, I guess that wouldn't surprise me if they end up trying to do that.
Breakthrough. We'll
It
find
did not
out
have to be
coordinating
this
this attack.
Christopher
You
Bart
let me
was
win,
the original
Fox?
director.
You've gotta
He
do
got pulled
better
off the
than that.
project and later fired. If he had stayed the entire time and shipped the game he actually pitched, Marathon would look completely different. Yes, because they got greedy.
Incoming
Sony
hail
was
from the
getting
Great Fox.
way too greedy with what they
Location
wanted to
confirmed.
do
Sending
and
supplies.
forgot about making
A
the
single
game.
bomb in
Barrett
sight.
said the inspiration was never
Radar shows
Tarkov
trouble.
or other extraction
Stay
shooters.
ready.
It was Dark Age of Camelot, a tense living world full of co-op player stories and the constant risk of other players showing up. Now that sounds badass. Extraction was only a tool, a way to break the world
Can't
into
get a
short
lock.
15-minute session where you could win or
Enemy
lose something
shield
real,
analyzed.
not the whole identity of the game. And this is fascinating, by the way, because I've said for a long
Great
time
Shield is
that this
amazing.
should have had a campaign mode first and had the extraction portion as like a secondary.
Of course.
That's
But
one
this
down.
actually sounds, if not as good, maybe even better if they did it right. But the game just got shaved down to just the bare minimum vanilla extraction shooter, and that's it. The same gameplay loop over and over and over again. His design goals were clear. Persistent servers so zones stayed full and you could
Bill?
jump in anytime. A living world with
Get out of my
emergent
way,
events and
Falco.
player-driven content. Strong focus on player stories with PvE, survival, teamwork, exploration, and discovery. Survival systems like broken limbs, leaking air tanks, and paranoia. So every run felt unique. Every player
I
would be a
challenge you to
unique
combat,
runner.
Starfox.
You build your own character. No fixed heroes. No roster of abilities hinted. Win conditions, rewarded looting, sneaking, and support play. Not just pure PvP Twitch skill. Deep lore, corporations, mysteries, and an evolving story tied to the original Marathon universe. That version aimed for a mass audience. It mixed danger with approachable systems, so regular players can succeed without dominating every fight. Instead, we got a game that shipped. Fixed runners, fresh start matches, heavy focus on trios fighting strangers, a pure extraction loop that punished casuals and burned through the player-based fast. Barrett's version might still have struggled, but it was built around the kinds of players who actually show up for Bungie games. The one that released ignored those warnings for years. That difference is why Marathon is where it is now. Marathon
You won't
is
strike me
spending all their
not
money
finished yet.
and having literally
I
nothing
have
to show
survived
for it.
much
One
worse.
last look at this player retention: 3590, 3411.
You
You've lost
freak.
almost 200 people in the 15 minutes of talking about this game. That's insane. Like, holy crap, it's going straight down. Straight down. Look at this. This is before they took it offline, the weekly update. Literally 1298. How do you even find a match at that point? This is embarrassing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll leave that there.
You saved lives in Sector Y, Star Fox, and you have my gratitude.
Well, this is the headline of the day. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma's internal playthrough of The Elder Scrolls 6 disrupted by a giant inflatable rat as Bethesda union protests cuts.
Okay, but they already made the cut.
They already made the cuts. Well, now they're protesting and they're bringing Scabby the Rat, who we know Scabby. I've never heard of Scabby the Rat, but Scabby the Rat is a union thing, and they used Scabby for the WGA. They blew up the rat, and now the rat is at Bethesda HQ as the CEO of Xbox. Asha Sharma is literally there playing through Elder Scrolls 6, which is the sequel to Skyrim, which is a highly anticipated game. And she's probably testing it to see where they're at with it, because this thing's been in development for like 10 years now, 15 years. I don't know how long it's been. And there's this damn rat looking at her. She's probably the most despised woman in the video game industry.
Oh, wait,
You know
that's
what?
not.
This isn't going to change shit.
Don't bet against the Irish.
This is probably just making her mad.
I'm sure it is. Like, if you think this is going to get you your job back, it's not. I talked about this the other day, covering the Dark Horse Union too, and they were protesting and calling Dark Horse names and stuff like that. And I'm like, you do realize they fired the founder of Dark Horse. They shut down all their comic shops. You're not really making a good case for yourselves,
I
right?
think you're already
really.
fired. It's, you know, if you were going to think you're coming back, doing this kind of stuff is not going to help you. And the union isn't helping you by doing this either. It's just going to be like, let's get rid of as many people as we can so we don't have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah, actually, the headline should be, protesters harass diverse female CEO of Xbox, harass a diverse woman in gaming, because she's of Indian
Oh,
descent,
yeah.
and they're harassing her. They're harassing her.
Oh my God, it's Gamergate 2.0.
Oh my God, it's practically Gamergate. Yeah, there we go. That'd be, actually, this would be 3.0, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, it's 3.0.
3.0 now. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Yeah, woohoo if you do.
Woo.
If you'd like a woohoo and a hello,
Watch your aim, Fox.
if you'd like a woohoo and a hello, go out to Kickstarter, check out Geeky's Pins. We're reoffering her Halloween pins from last year because we sold out, because you guys are just that awesome. And also, we're adding a neon pin this year because
It's cute. I love it so much.
it's because I suck.
You keep saying that. I think it's an adorable thing. You need to stop saying it. You suck. I know what you're going for, but first couple times, ha ha ha. Now it's like, you do suck because you won't stop.
Well, they are a matching set, so if you'd like to complete your pin set from last year, if you
We
support
don't
us
suck,
last
we
year,
slay.
yeah, we do slay. We slay. You can actually just back and get that pin as well. And if you miss some other pins, you can get those too. So thank you very much for that. Let's talk about rats and video games, and how so many of these video game devs are not making a good case for themselves. A lot of them are going to wind up being unemployed, I think, for a very long time, because future employers are going to look at this and be like, wow, you are really difficult. You don't understand business. Like, we're literally making no money to pay you with. And again, they're going to look at Microsoft on the whole, but Sharma said that they've been subsidizing Xbox for years. Basically, everything has to make money and pay for itself. You can't go pulling from other parts of the company just because the other parts of the company are doing fine. Her division is what she's in charge of, and she's like, yeah, this is what we got to work with, and most of this stuff's not
She
making
wants to
money.
keep her job, and I'm sure that the shareholders are probably, and the board are probably, over her, and they're like, hey,
Yeah.
fix this.
After
I'm
that,
sure it was a mandate for her to fix it, so that's what she's doing, and unfortunately, this is what's going to happen to do so.
The rat was placed in proximity to the office by the CWA Video Game Union alongside a wall of small red flags planted into the ground. These flags were intended to represent each laid-off employee impacted by the substantial job cuts made by Microsoft last month. According to the WARN notice filed last month, 166 developers from Bethesda's Rockville, Maryland office were let go. Well,
And look, we feel bad people got laid off. Like, I mean, we're not
Yeah.
celebrating people got laid off, but this doesn't make it easy for people. You're making it really easy for people to dismiss you and be like, well, I guess you deserved it then. Because your behavior is just ridiculous. And it's not going to stop more layoffs. Honestly, it's probably going to lead to more layoffs.
Well, apparently there are more planned for this month.
Well, yeah, and you're going to make it real easy to determine who else should be laid off.
Wow. Yeah, that's just it. Like, I keep telling people, when you make yourself a problem, right, for the company, whether it's, asking for more money when you know the company doesn't have it, or constantly complaining about things, or just basically when it becomes very clear that you are not there to help the company make money, because that's literally what you're hired for. People think it's like, well, the company needs us more than we need them. I'm like, yeah, sometimes not so much now, especially if you're a white collar worker. I think things are definitely in the company's favor at this point, especially in the video game industry. I just did a video yesterday about more devs losing jobs just across the board. It's cataclysmic. And there are thousands of people working in the video game industry that are out of work right now, and you're competing with all of them. And if you're putting an inflatable rat outside of Bethesda HQ,
Better than that. It gets better. Okay.
Okay.
So they know there's more layoffs coming, right? So
Right.
This is who is this? Nathan. What's his
this
name?
is
When did
Nathan Hahn.
Hahn,
Yeah,
okay.
the graphic
We
on
heard
the
that Microsoft
communist.
leadership is coming to our office this week, which means he's still employed, and decided to make our presence visible at the office to show how our
Stop
developers have
breaking
been
away.
impacted by these devastating layoffs. To show our presence, we put up posters around the office. We were told by management we couldn't have posters facing the outside of our cubes. Then we brought in balloons so that they could see we were here, but inside our cubes this time. And a separate team of laid-off developers planted flags outside, one flag for each laid-off developer. Each flag was a public reminder of how many people management cut from our teams. Not just our colleagues and coworkers, but our friends. Yes, so you're going to put posters and balloons, and they're going to be doing more layoffs, so you just tagged yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. And look, if they're telling you not, like, do they think this is school? Like, do they think this is like, I mean, this is a business. And if you're making the office look like a funeral, which some of them were, they were actually putting up, I think it was Bethesda, they were actually putting up like memorials and flowers and stuff like that in the lobby. They have people come in for meetings. They have, advertising people come in, marketing people come in, people from other companies come in. I'm sure Nadella probably from Microsoft probably comes in to check on things. It's not a very professional environment, right?
Wait, it gets better. We're mobilizing to fight back against these layoffs. You're not going to be able to. Not just to ensure impacted Xbox developers and testers get treated fairly, but to remind our company and the game studios everywhere layoffs like this can't continue. You don't get to dictate that. I'm sorry. I am really sorry. But that's not how life works. If Microsoft leadership does not have the courage to do what's right for our studios to make the best possible games, well, I think they're doing this so that you guys do make better games. I'm just saying. It's up to us to stand for each other and to protect the future of our careers in the game industry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you want to protect your careers in the game industry. You make games that sell.
That's what I was gonna say. Frankly, this is your own doing. Let's be honest here. You did this to yourselves.
Yeah, and this is the same thing with Dark Horse. I said, you want to keep your job. The company has to view you as being valuable, that you're bringing value to the company. Doing this shit, you're definitely going to fast track layoffs. I can totally see them being like, you know what? She's there playing Elder Scrolls 6, which they teased it in 2018. So we're talking 8 years since the tease, and they were working on it before that. And this is a highly anticipated game. She could take a look at it and be like, this is dog shit. This is not going to make the money that Skyrim made if, Starfield's anything to go by. And she might be like, you know what? We're just going to outsource the whole thing to somebody else because you can't do it. Hey, Larian, what are you doing?
It's possible. I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm just saying, you guys are fast-tracking your own demise with this idiocy. Is all you're doing. And if you just do your job, make it. And what all I'm getting from this is a bunch of activist types who are doing these games. And the reason I'm saying this is because the way they're behaving with this union stuff around it points to activist types. We put posters up to protest and balloons. I'm like, yeah, you're not going to go the way you think.
It's
and all
not
you're
gonna
going
go
to
the
do
way
is
you
you're going to be listed as a difficult person.
So, well, good for them. She liked it. She said live playthrough of Elder Scrolls
Okay,
6
good.
this morning. The scale and grandeur are incredible. The story's even greater. Bethesda Game Studios, the official account, says it was great being able to show you blank. They haven't leaked the name yet because they always name it something, right? Thanks for the kind words and wonderful visit. They should call it Scabby. Is it Scabby?
Scabby the rat, yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6 Scabby. Asha, Todd, Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5, Fallout 3, and New Vegas remasters in the Obsidian Fallout game. Todd, but I was going to Asha now. Yeah, no, I think that's what's going on. I think she's there to get them on track because from Microsoft's point of view, they're like, Skyrim is money in the bank. A follow-up to Skyrim is going to make us money. Why is it taking you like 15 years to make this game?
I wish you'd pick a time because you keep changing it.
Why is it taking you 23
12
years?
15 years.
You started this game when before.
Don't judge. Don't listen to this video for the actual timeline because I don't think Neon has it.
When you started work on Elder Scrolls 6 before the first Xbox came out, you're still working on it 25 years later. No, it's been, I mean, I'm trying to think, Skyrim was what, like 2014? So it's been a 12 years, probably 12 years. It's been a long time, okay? I'm old. It all blurs together. Basically, though, it sounds to me like she is there to make sure they're on track. She laid a bunch of people off from Bethesda, and then she went in personally, kind of like the Emperor going to the second Death Star to make sure shit's getting done, right? And she's not as forgiving as Todd. So she's there to make sure it's fine. And they put the damn rebels put the rat up outside her office. Yeah, this person says, please tell me I can choose male or female instead of the dehumanizing body type A or B. Oh my God. Yeah, so this is not going to end well for them. It's not. They said there's every chance this tweet about Elder Scrolls 6, Xbox's most anticipated game by a large margin, is an attempt at key jangling, a key jangling distraction from the protests.
Oh my God, yeah, that's what it is, guys. You figured it out. The protests that they don't even give a shit about, and it's not going to matter one iota at the end of the day, is what's really important here. Figured it out. Good job.
What is important to Microsoft right now is you ship games that sell. It's very obvious, and they know Elder Scrolls 6 is going to sell if it doesn't suck, but she says it doesn't. So, but yeah, it's like, oh, it's a distraction, guys. It's like, no, this is her. She's telling you.
What do you mean?
She's telling you you don't matter. Like, she's not going to listen to it. She doesn't give a shit. I'm sure she's gotten an earful from, Emperor Nadella about how this works, and he's probably like, just ignore them because it's a lot of noise and they're not coming back anyway. So, whatever. Take the posters down, get the balloons out of here. It sucks. I mean, it does suck. I'm not saying it doesn't suck, but they shipped so many games that didn't sell. And this is what happens.
This is what happens. If they were selling like crazy, I mean, I'm sure some people will get gone anyway because they're probably going to use AI to like everybody else, but you wouldn't see the massive layoffs if things were going well.
Oh my God. Okay, so id Software I know has been gutted. They're the ones who do Doom, right? So they got gutted, and they said, yeah, there's basically nothing left of us. But of course, they have to get this in here too. This comes from Eurogamer. So at the same time, Xbox remains on the BDS boycott list for Microsoft's involvement with the Israeli military during the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I don't think that has anything to do with their games just in general not selling for shit, but they've been doing this like with Mod Retro. They were going after them too because the owners involved in weapons and whatever.
But if they're, okay, that's my next thing is the people that are mad about it that, you know, we're all like the activist types. Why didn't you just leave the company a long time ago if they were doing things you hated?
Exactly. If it's such a problem, that is a very good point. If it's such a problem, if it's so problematic what Microsoft is doing, why do you want your job back?
Heads up. Those fighters are shielded.
I'm just saying, like, why would you want to work there if you're helping them commit genocide or whatever by
Sounds
making
like they
video
did you
games?
a favor.
Sounds like they did you a huge favor by getting rid of you. I'm just saying. It's all about money, people. If you're not bringing money in for the company, they cannot afford to keep you. I don't know why this is so fucking hard for people to understand. This is the way business works.
But you know, these game, and not just them, these gaming companies need to understand that they can't keep laying everybody off. That's what the person said, and it's like that's not how business works.
No.
Start your own gaming company and then lay no one off ever and see how well it goes.
Yeah, all these indie companies that were subsidized by Microsoft for years, and they all went out on their own again after the layoffs. So we're going to like Double Fine. They all went out and they ran into the wood chipper because they're like, oh shit, we have to pay our own bills now. Well, we got to lay like half our staff off.
Well, it's easy for them to say when you've never been on the other side of it.
Right.
And it's like there's two sides to this coin, and you know it is what it is. What it is. I wouldn't want her job because it's a sucky job to have to be the one who decides these things.
Yeah.
I would never want to be in that position. And I see the people on the creative side about how upsetting it is that you lose your jobs and your friend loses jobs, and I don't think it's fair everybody loses their jobs, but at the same time I understand reality. And reality isn't where most of these people live.
Yeah, unfortunately. So we're gonna wrap it up.
They've got me in their sights.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Annoying bird. I'll enjoy plucking your feathers.
Okay.
Ah, I'm hit.
We're in the clear. Sorry, Buffy. Again. Again.
It's showtime, Star Fox. Eyes up, jets hot. These guys aren't even in the same league.
I think we made a mad.
Don't go dying on me, Fox.
Let's show him what an R-Wing can do.
I'll take the left. Nice of them to line up for us.
I'm going left.
Oh.
Take them all out. There's more incoming.
Supplies deployed. Show them who is boss.
Falco's a bad influence on you, Rob.
Whoa, what a defense system.
Those tin cans are no match for me!
Rob, secure the comms.
We'll show him tin cans.
So we're headed right into that ominous temple. Sure, that tracks. Come on, tough guy. It'll be fun. I don't believe it.
Okay, let me just do this.
So we're headed right into that ominous temple. Sure, that tracks. Come on, tough guy. It'll be fun.
Running away. Should we pursue?
Don't get too close, Fox.
Can't outrun my scan. Sending analysis to you now.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay. Oh.
Fox, wait! I want to help.
Star Fox!
Full health.
I've been waiting for you, Star Fox!
Now who's this?
You know that I control the galaxy! How very foolish to face me on your own! Are you so eager to repeat your father's mistakes?
I should have known better than to worry.
Your father'd be proud of you.
I'll admit it. You did good, Fox.
Sweaty hands from that. Let's captain this.
Tremendous work, Star Fox. The Lilat system owes you a significant debt of gratitude.
Not just gratitude, General. I'm sending the bill over now. Nice doing business with you.
The payday takes some of the sting off. But did you really have to snag all the glory for yourself, Fox?
Come on, Falco. We helped save the entire system. The war's finally over.
Yeah, and I'm already bored.
What's next?
Fox? Everything okay?
I don't know, Peppy. I've got this funny feeling. Like it isn't over. Like maybe we played right into Andross's hands.
So ready to go.
The fools think they've won.